other people get steady, cause my skin a little darker, bro. And I hate the fact I gotta live for you. And I hate the fact you gotta die for me. Found what that wasn't meant for us. Section 8, drugs and guns. I told my nigga gonna bust it down. Hustle till you can't do it now. Live a check to check. Just for a weekend to flex. Yeah, I can't hang with my nigga no more. Cause they won't pay for show.
Hello, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's episode 16 of the StyleBeasting podcast. And today is going to be a more serious talk. It's going to be about it's basically going to be about being a man. And I'm not the key person to talk about what it is to be a man, but today is going to discuss how being a man is changed in this generation and in the course of these past couple years. But this is not saying that all genders can't listen to this episode.
Yes!
Because women might see another side of things that they wasn't privy to before. And transsexual men too. The women that became men, because the situation they go through to become a man is, well, not to become a man, but to, well, yeah, actually, not in the surgical term of as in like to get cut and become a man, as in the mindset and the physicality of being a man. So the thing people tell me every day that not every day that they see me, but what I get a lot from people is I'm never really going into it with my by myself about myself. I never really give like what I stand for or who I am. Is because I really don't like see the need of it. I mean if you don't know who I am, I guess you don't know really what I stand for. But if you know who I am, I mean, I stand for like basically the same things as everybody else should. Equal opportunity for everybody, and treat everybody with the same respect that they should be treated with. And this is not to diminish like women. Like this whole episode is not to diminish women or to put down women or to tell women what to do, because that's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm trying to do. It's only me giving the perspective of men's side, not to downplay women at all. This is only for the talk to the men about like what the shit that they're not doing or the shit that they're doing not wrong, but like there's a lot of shit that men do that's like bad, and like I'm not gonna use not toxic, because toxic is a stupid ass word. Unless you're a fucking Pokemon, like don't use that stupid ass word. Let's see. Now you think that what I do mean by what I said. Now I guess you want to know, what do I mean by what it means to be a man? And what I mean by that is the word man and the word man and the idea of man has changed within the new climate of today and these past couple of years. Now, I'm not a red pill guy or an incel. Well, I don't think I'm an incel or a red pill guy. Well, no, I'm definitely not a red pill guy. Well, I don't know. I might be an incel, but I'm not one of those guys. And if you listen to this or it makes you think I'm an incel, I'm not that at all. So many men have morals and codes by they stand by in this world, which in some cases is what they truly hold to this certain extent of being a man. As in, my moral compass won't allow me to do this because I know this is ill-gotten and out of place as being a man in the real world, like hitting women and doing stuff like that. And I guess for me, it'd be on my side of being a man is sticking to your word And when shit hits the fan, you can actually weather the storm instead of crumbling. Now, there are times where men crumble through during pressure, and and not everybody is a super survivor. Nobody's like weathered the storm 100%. There are some tough times where you got to take that, or you have to take that L, and you can't do anything about it. And there's nothing wrong against that. And I always want to tell men, never hold your emotions, never like try to like act tough for anybody, because that is a double-edged sword. And by that I mean, it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. Yes, keeping your emotions in and not letting it roam out all the time is good, because it keeps you leveled, it keeps you focused on the problem or situation at hand that you have to fix. And instead of like crumbling and like, don't want to necessarily say crying, but it pushes you forward sometimes. I know that's a very ill-gotten thing in men nowadays. Like, oh man, you're brave, you can do it. But deep down, you're suffering because you wasn't taught to express your emotions. And that's something that most men aren't privy to as in their youth and in teenage years and even in their adult years, how to handle emotions levelly. Because as men, we're not taught to learn emotions. We're taught to get the job done, provide, and prosper on. And I guess that's one of the big flaws with us, because it fucks you up later down the line in your adulthood, because you start using stuff to handle your emotions, and you don't know how to either talk through it, or you just yell it out because you don't know how to channel your emotions correctly. And being raised by a single mother during my puberty age taught me that too. Well, not taught me, but it's shown in my puberty age, because when I became older and left the nest, I became more emotional. And having 9 sisters didn't help that neither. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's actually a great thing, because I learned how to treat women through my 9 sisters. And as crazy enough as it is, it actually is a good thing. And I know most men are like, damn, you got 9 sisters, and I know that shit's really ridiculous. But they're all loving, and they all taught me a lot in their own ways. And going from high school to college, I learned that most of the stuff that wasn't taught, but I saw in the male, how should I say this, in the male light of treating women, not as in treating them wrongly, but like talking to them, and like the stuff that most dudes do was toxic. And now that word is being used for fucking everything, like toxic masculinity, which is a really stupid thing. Like toxic masculinity, because what is toxic masculinity? Like, oh, because I do this and this, oh, I'm a toxic male. And the way they're using it is even dumb too. Like, they're not trying to say, like, they only say it because of, let's say I act like a douche in a fight online, or the stuff I say and do is toxic. But and I know that they say it's toxic now because the times have changed and the climate has changed and words have changed, stupid enough as is. But I understand it. It's stupid, but I understand what they mean, because 10 years ago, we wasn't going through doing the same shit that kids are doing now. And it's shown that climate has changed, and the shit that we used to do and used to champion were probably bad and ill-gotten. And I understand that some of it was, but some of it isn't. So the people that just be like saying toxic for no fucking reason, chill the fuck out. But with the new generation, I keep on hearing the same thing going on and on and on. That we want to change the concept of man, like change the masculinity, like what is masculinity for men. And some niggas been putting on dresses, wearing makeup, and I'm not like judging niggas that do that. I just don't know the mindset of like changing masculinity to something different. Like, why are we changing? Why are we saying that wearing dresses is like, oh, that's the new masculine role? Like, no, like it's been even shown in like freaking news articles that fucking men who like do this, the women that like wanting the men to do this, they end up not wanting them. They ended up thinking like, oh, damn, I guess this was not a great idea. And it wasn't. And the women who wrote these articles looked like idiots because they thought, oh, I want my man to be more in tune with his feminine side. But no, you didn't. You really didn't. You just wanted him to, I guess, follow your way of your mindset of what a man is. Because I'm not trying to be a guy, but women telling men how to be a man is stupid. It's the same thing when women get mad at men telling what women should do with their bodies. Don't tell a man what it is or how to be a man, because you don't know what it is to be a man either. So why would me telling you how to be a woman and you tell me how to be a man is going to help out anybody? It's not. So on both parties, stop doing it. And now I can agree and to the jokes that some comedians make about trans people and the jokes that seem a little wrong and ill-gotten. I can understand to a certain degree, like, hey, this is kind of crazy what you're saying. And to a certain degree, yes, some jokes are crazy. Some jokes are like get taken out of context and go to the fucking extreme for no fucking reason. And yes, I agree with some people on some jokes, but comedians like Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, well, old Eddie Murphy, they stick. Well, I think Chris Rock walked back some of his jokes because Chris Rock walked back some of his jokes, but Dave Chappelle didn't. Dave Chappelle stuck to his guns and was like, nah, fuck y'all niggas. Y'all don't tell me what to do. Y'all don't tell me what's funny. And I respect that. Now, some of his jokes now aren't as funny now as they once were. And I guess that just changes with the timing of the jokes were made. But I don't know. Dave Chappelle isn't well, he's funny still, but it's not like funny as in like I was like gut holding my gut. It was that funny, but there are some funny moments that we had in there. But there was one thing that Dave Chappelle said. Well, not as in said, but did. He never. Well, yeah, he never apologized. He just said, "Fuck it. If you don't, it is what it is. I make these jokes for people to laugh at, and if you don't laugh, fuck you. It's not my problem if you don't find it funny." And I respect that, and I super respect that. And he's still in. People try to get him with the whole like you don't speak about the he doesn't speak for the atrocities that's happening to black people of today, and that's stupid because that was his whole career in Dave Chappelle. He was doing that while he was making those skits talking about the blight of black people while still making the jokes. Like he did that. He did that for all his career on the Dave Chappelle show, even off the Dave Chappelle show when he was just doing his stand-up comedian stuff. And look, he still thrives in this era. I think he just won an Emmy. I think he just won a fucking Emmy and told everybody to suck his dick. Well, not suck his dick, but kiss his ass. Or no, he told him to shut the fuck up. Which I wish he just told him to suck a dick, but that still would have been funny. Well, either way, Dave Chappelle is still funny and it's still hilarious. But now I'll get back to the whole men thing. Right now, I'm about to talk about the word simp. And I know that in this, for the past couple months, simp has been a big word. Everybody's been getting called a simp, been getting mad for being called a simp. And I guess you're wondering, what is a simp? A simp is basically a weak-minded person who puts either men or women on a pedestal and just thinks everything about them is good, even and they can't do no wrong at all. Now, to that degree, me personally, I don't call people who respect women simps, not at all, because respecting women is not a joke. It's like you want people to respect you, so I wouldn't use it as a joke. But there are real simps out there, and you have to know who they are. And you can, and a lot of dudes, even the cool dudes who'd be like, "Oh man, I respect women," and dudes calling me a simp because I respect women, I'll fight them. Like, nah, nigga, chill out. Stupid. You ain't gonna fight nobody. You and I like, and for those men too, those guys are simps. They may not be simping as hard as what other men do, but they simp. They probably pay for a girl's fingernails, and that's not their girl. They're just doing it because, oh, I got the money too. Well, that makes you a trick. And even though a simp is worse than a trick, you're still a fucking trick, my nigga. Like, don't get it twisted, my nigga. She has you as nails in her phone. She don't have you as her name in your shit. So calm that down. Now for the men that just throw money at women from time to time, as if the world's ending, you guys are simps too.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Know how to use your time wisely and invest it in yourself, and instead of like women, or if you simp to men too, as if you're a woman and you simp them in, like invest your time and money into yourself instead of just giving a random person money because they look cute or you think they might give you the time of day. That's not what you should be striving for as a person. Yes. Shouldn't be striving to giving a cute person money because they're just cute. Like, no. Like that shit, even no matter how desperate you may be, I wouldn't suggest doing that shit. Because later on down the line, you're gonna feel real stupid when you see that person with their significant other and you're just looking like, damn. Not that didn't happen to me. I'm just saying I've seen it happen a lot of times. And it happened to the niggas that think they were cool and think they were doing shit. But nah, y'all niggas were bums. That cool nigga that was telling you like, hey, I'll beat you up if you call me a simp because I respect women. Like, nah, you won't respect the women. You were trying to find something out of it, and look what happened. You fucked up, looking stupid. Let's see. Oh yeah, stop acting like a Superman under these women comments too, man. Like throwing like little like comments like, oh, you look beautiful and stuff like that. Like that's cool. But like don't just be trying to be like that Superman in her chat. Like, don't be like, oh man, you guys don't be looking at her like that. Like she doesn't, like, her body is a treasure. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up, bro. She's butt ass on the internet for everybody to watch. She wants people to subscribe to her Patreon OnlyFans. Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. That shit, and I just be laughing at them niggas online. That'd be the most funniest part too, really. It just be like really just like niggas just like out of nowhere just simping for women. And I don't call people simps online. Like, I don't have time for it. But I just watch and see the bullshit that they do and how they act. It just fucking kills me. But I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to like make you change your way of. I'm not here to be your coach. I'm just here to tell you what it is and how I see it. And if you want to change with it, it's cool. But if not, it is what it is. I'm not your father. I'm not a motivational coach. It's not a TED Talk. It's just a podcast for me to get some stuff that I think off my chest. And probably lastly, I want to talk about women transitioning to becoming men. Now, I know the trans community gets a lot of flack, and because they're, I won't say super sensitive, I would say they're, what do I want to say, super sensitive? No, they're not super sensitive. They're a tad bit sensitive, but this is not toward hate and anything. This is really toward, I'm really going to speak about how trans women to becoming men see how rough it is to transition into being a man. There was an article I read where I think it was a black woman transitioning into being a black male, and her mindset of it after learning how it is to be a man was totally different from what she thought it was. She thought it was going to be not a cakewalk, but like it was going to be kind of easy. Like, oh, I had to do this, this, and this. It's going to be easy being a man. No, it's not. She found out that interacting with men and understanding what men go through and dealing with the police at that and two is hard, it's rough, and it's even proven that the suicide rate for transgender people is higher because of them transition to a different gender and having to go through the role switch. Like if you've been a woman for 20 years and you just became a man, it's going to be hard for you to understand like how men do what they do or how they think, or even like at the end of the day, how to interact with other men, because different groups of men interact from different groups of men. Like the same with women. Not all women act the same in groups. Like I might be the funny guy in one group, but the more serious guy in the other. And the groups or cliques tend to change. You have to act accordingly, because that's, as men, we have to act accordingly in different environments too. Because if we're in a new environment that we don't know and it looks a little aggressive, you have to not bulk up, but you have to keep your observation hockey up, as in keep your eyes peeled, make sure like basically all the exits are open. You have to basically be, if a fire was to break out in those situations, you want to know all the exits, all the situations, and who's around you, so you know not to be caught off guard if you catch my drift. And yeah, like this is, and as again, this is not to demean women, this is not to down women, because I don't even think I even talk down to women at all in this one. But this is just for like men. This is just for like the mindset of men, because most men, even the young men of the day, don't know what the climate is or how to act, because stuff is forever changing. One day you find out that the way you were acting was perfectly normal, then boom, 2 weeks later you found out your whole entire interactions with people and life was toxic and ill-gotten, and you have to go along with that. And most people aren't, because, not saying they're not willing to change, but it's like, is this change bettering for me, or is it bettering for you to live? Is it making it easier for you just to go about your mindset of everything's hunky-dory, or is it helping us both understand each other? I think that's what the inclined beef is with this whole, like, people telling you have to be a man or what to say and what not to say. Like, is it going to help? Is this, what you're telling me, beneficial for the whole entire world, or are you just trying to get your just desserts? But to also give to be, what's the word? Damn, I've got the word. To be not harsh, but yeah, to be now to be devil's advocate. To be devil's advocate, us men have fucked up. We have been on a fucked up tirade. Some men have treated women mad rude, mad out of pocket, and just did and said things that a real man wouldn't do. A real man that was raised right wouldn't do. And I want to say that you abusers, you men that hurt women, or people who are weakening you because you can, you have the power to, you guys are fucking losers. And I can't support that at all. And we have to call that out more as men. Like if we see like anything, a person or man or a woman that is like a bad person because she or he harms people, assaults people, and the only reason we're defending them because either they're cute, cool, or we fuck with them, we have to stop that. And I know it's going to be hard because like we really fuck with that person, he or she's really cool, but so we have to be equal on all fronts. And I guess lastly, what I'm really going to add in is, now I don't want this episode to be too long or drag on too long, because this could easily be a fucking 45 to hour long episode about me just being saying what men don't do or what men can't do and blah blah blah. But I'm not here to do that. Like I said, I'm just here to tell men and to tell people, well, not men, but tell people that maybe you should try to understand men before trying to change them into something they're not. And I'm not saying into not their better selves, but just change them just because of the climate. And I'm not saying don't change them because you want them to be better and all that shit. It's just like, if he's not an abuser, don't disrespect the female gender and putting them down, just calling them bitches and sluts because he wants to, but he's actually a genuine, polite person, but you just want to change him more to be in the new masculine way, then stop, because that's not going to work, and that's just going to hurt you later on down the road. But I guess that's really it. That's all I really have for this episode, really. And at this last key point, I just want everybody to know is that I want to be, this episode was going to be me being more transparent with everything, because I want it to be, I do funny stuff, and I do like little shits and giggles, but I wanted this to be a serious episode, you know, because with all the stuff going on with Tory Lanez doing that fuck shit and dropping the album, that shit was crazy. But that's neither here nor there. That's some crazy wild shit that he really fucked up on. But at the end of the day, I just want us men and women to be on the same side. Because at the end of the day, after racism, we all, both men and women, want to be equal. We want to sit at the table equally and like have the listen to each other on the same levels, instead of, oh, I'm higher level than you, I do blah 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 and this. I just want us all to be equal. So both genders. So I guess this will wrap up this episode. It's not going to be that long, but I just want to get this off my chest. Thank you guys for listening. A lot of the episodes have been booming recently, and I want to say thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. And I didn't think you guys would listen this much. So thank you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Next episode is probably going to be a big anime episode or a manga episode dump. So get ready for that. I think this might be the last serious one for like maybe two or three or four of them, and we might get serious again. But for right now, get ready for the fun stuff. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later.
The Big Stick, Foxy 99.
I walk in the club, shaking my dress, 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 shaking my dress. I walk in the club, shaking my dress, 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 shaking my dress. I'm the illest nigga, I'm the realest rapper. Get the money, stack it proper, throw no crackers, we don't give a damn. If they wanna hit you, bam, bam. Up at Akasan, aka Dreamland. Remember when I used to stress about top 5? Till I realized being great was all fucking life. Everybody wanna be number one till they see me, so let them hate me. I am what I am, I am what I do. We'll change with this slang, life like comfort. They want that thug life, they want that thug life, they want that thug life. I walk in the club, shaking my dress, 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 shaking my dress.